I try to see that we are able to touch few options that are India based and certain options, of course. Sir has told about study abroad, so I'll be covering few study abroad options as well. I would like to keep this session very interactive, and the more you ask, better it will be for you to take back the information that you want. I don't want to take the session my way. I would like that wherever you have queries, please feel free to ask those queries, and wherever possible, you are able to relate to whatever I am talking. We will be taking it further in depth. So, almost an hour we have to discuss about career. So now being into third year, I am being told that you are BBA students, I guess. Is it BBA?
Yes, sir.
BBA.
It's a BBA.
All right, all right. So BBA means we are talking about business management here. When you came in this institution, you started with this thought that you would like to pick up management as a career, possibly right after class 12. And this being the batch who has faced certain time in COVID as well, I guess. So, lot of you would have maybe wanted to go even out of Maven, and you might have got stuck up because there has been this pandemic all over, and possibly class 12 when you were there that time also you must be facing that pandemic times. So a lot of challenges might have come your way, but education never stops thanks to technology. And even when we are talking about management today, right, management has technology in between that, world management. When we talk about management, nothing is beyond technology now. If we are studying a plain degree, let's say we are only doing a BBA without having any technical understanding, possibly we are not made for the jobs that are outside waiting for us. They look for some element of T, that is technology, in management also. Now, before we understand what is management and what are the careers into it, I would like you to understand yourself first. Because no career begins with any choice that you pick up. It begins with your own ideas. What you have, what kind of image you have about yourself when you see higher studies in your mind. Being into third semester, you have, for applications, if I'm talking about higher studies, you are left with not more than 6 months to go for your applications. Means higher applications, if it is abroad or even if it is in India, it is not more than a year. So you will be joining, you will be applying to a lot of institutions. But are we aware about where we have to apply and why? The question is, where and why? If we can address this question, we will be able to address everything about our career. सिर्फ इन दो बातों का ख्याल रखना है, where and why. Why I would like to take up higher studies, and from where I would like to take that. And very important thing to answer it is how we have been in the past. Last 3 years, how I have spent. If I can relate my last 3 years progress or the activities that I did, the work that I did, I will be able to get this answer where and why. But in case we are only limited to matching up with examination system, then we are no more than just a school student. So higher studies bring a very different challenge. Very, very different challenge. Preparation goes altogether in a very different mode. I would like to know, before discussing few options with you, what is your set of profile? Let's say, how many of you are with maths? Can I know how many of you were with maths in class 11th and 12th? I need to say commerce with maths or PCM. Any PCM student over here? Imagine, mark this question. I said any PCM student over here, we don't have a single over here. Right? But when you go for competition ahead, when you go for next step, after BBA, if anyway you decide that I have to do MBA, I want to see the power of that MBA. I want to do that program. Then let me assure you, 90% of the group to whom you will be competing, that will be PCM. So actually, when you are into this class, you are actually not competing with anybody. Your competition is nil over here. Why? Because the real competition for management begins when you are being joined by all kind of graduates, some doctors even, some engineers, some CAs, some BBAs, some MAs, some BAs, some BComs, but largely, as I said, it is mostly a competition that is oriented towards engineers. So the question that might be coming in your mind is, we did BBA and we decided that we'll go for MBA. So what is a path for me, considering where lesser engineers or let's say no engineers go there? Do we have certain MBAs where very few of those engineers would be even knowing about them? See, the biggest advantage today is of information. The talk that I am today delivering is nothing but information. If some of you can work on this information, it might transform you to your goal that you have thought, for yourself. It might transform you towards that, take you towards that. So, let me tell you, each person who is sitting over here has a different profile. Very different profile. You do not match with each other. And exactly, if you look into towards what kind of MBA options I should look into, I would give you maybe each one of you a different set of options for doing MBA. Each one of you would be having a different set of colleges. That is the information on which we work. That is where counselors work. Unfortunately, coachings do not work on these data. You will be told straight away, you can join a CAT batch. What will be the result of these students in a CAT batch? The result will be pathetic. Why? Because we have not identified our aspirations, we have not identified our strengths and our weaknesses. There are a lot of people, a lot of parents in the society, those who wish that their children should actually get into government jobs. There is a conventional set of mindset. Some parents themselves are into government jobs, so they want their children to be into that same. There is no harm, let me tell you, to get into a government job, but let us understand, are those government jobs meant for us or not? Can we compete in a range of 20 lakh people and bypass those OBC certificates, SC certificates, ST certificates, EWS certificates, come into the general category somewhere at the top with handful of seats? If there are 30,000 vacancies, you might be having 3 to 7,000 general vacancies. Rest all are not meant for you. And even if it is meant for you, if you want to compete still, the data, again we should verify the data. There is a word, there is a very sweet word people use. Nothing is impossible. I have deep reservations about this notion. Let me tell you, there are a lot of things which are impossible for an individual. They are impossible, actually, in truest meaning. Emotionally, you can say that, yes, I will do it. But factually, things may differ. So the competition which is having 20 lakh people, right? We are being lined up just because we need to complete our aspirations, or not our aspirations, the parents' aspirations. We have to try to sit into those government jobs. But that will not happen. Why? Because most of you are from non-maths background, and people, those who have natural tendency of excelling into mathematics, win over those government jobs. Let me be very, very clear to them. People, those who have natural tendency towards dealing with mathematics, will be able to surpass that kind of competition, which is to the scale of 20 lakh in one attempt. How to plan this kind of confused environment? How to come out of that complexity with clarity in the kind of career that we want to get. So, let me assist you with some names. Let me guide you through one example. You all know there is an examination called Bank Probationary Officers, Bank POs, right? Where a lot of people apply. In general, every graduate tries to get into a Bank Probationary Officers examination, trying to get a government bank job straight away. Now, as far as information is concerned, the general information in the market which is available is appear in that examination on such and such day, where let's say around 10 to 12 lakh people are appearing in one go. But are we aware that same probationary officers, those who end up into this job, are being trained by a college called National Institute of Banking Management, run by Reserve Bank of India? Are we aware about it? That is an information that we are unaware about it. There is one college run by Reserve Bank of India where these probationary officers are trained before entering into an actual job. What can we do? In case we plan a route, it can be straight away, instead of going for a bank probationary examination, if we have information, This college has MBA in Finance and Banking. National Institute of Banking Management has also an MBA in Finance and Banking. And the number of applications to this college is not more than 10,000. People are absolutely blind, they are absolutely unaware. 10,000 applications only for an MBA program run by National Institute of Banking Management in Pune. Is it fair to join a queue that is 10,000 or that 10 lakh? 10 लाख की लाइन में लगना चाहेंगे या 10,000 की लाइन में लगना चाहेंगे? It is always better to go for a shorter queue. You will have more chances to qualify for an MBA and straight away get into a position placed as a deputy manager where bank probationary examiner, bank probationary officer will reach probably in 4 years time. उसको 4 साल लगेंगे डेप्यूटी मैनेजर की पोजीशन पर पहुंचने के लिए. But we can go directly to that. We can go directly to that college. What was missing? Self information was missing, and we messed up everything. हमको क्या सिखाया गया है? We have 20 IIMs. इन IIMs के लिए प्रिपेयर करो. ये कभी बताया गया है कि IIMs के लिए किसको प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए? What should be the right profile to prepare for IIMs? Or everybody can prepare for IIMs? Can anyone get into IIMs? Class 10, a percentage of 90 plus. Class 12, a percentage of 90 plus. Graduation, a CGPA of over 8.5 or 9 is the record that is being seen at the time of interview when you pick up any IIMs. So, lot of IIMs give you leverage apart from not only clearing the CAT exam, but also your academics are also checked. So, those academics play a very important role. Nobody tells us that. When you don't have 90 kind of percentage, why are we preparing for IIMs? We are anyway be out. Even if we score 99 percentile, we will not get the call. 100 में से 100 percentile भी आप ले आएंगे तो भी कॉल नहीं आ रही है. Is anyone talking that? So these are the facts that we should know. And MBA, let me tell you, MBA is not only limited to marketing, HR, finance. Right? केवल 4 स्पेशलाइजेशंस की बात करते हैं लोग. MBA has more than 50 specializations. MBA is also done in IT. MBA is also done in sports management. MBA is also done in forest management. MBA is also done in finance and banking, as I told you, banking and insurance. MBA is also done in social welfare business management. And let me tell you, each of this specialization that I am talking about, see, I am trying to micro slice the information. This information that I am talking about, each specialization has a college. Like for forest management, we have Indian Institute of Forest Management, Bhopal. For sports management, we have Symbiosis School of Sports Management. For international business, we have Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. We have Indian Institute of Social Welfare and Business Management, Kolkata. And we are not talking about them. Imagine. And this information, let me tell you, if you have, you can actually clear CAT also. आपका पोटेंशियल कैट में इफ आई विल एज्यूम विदाउट मैथ्स, अगर आपको प्रिपेयर करा जाए तो प्रिपेयर करके यू कैन स्कोर 80 प्लस परसेंटाइल। प्रिपरेशन के बाद आप 80 प्लस परसेंटाइल ला सकते हैं कैट में विदाउट मैथ्स ऑल्सो। बट दूसरी बात इसमें एक और है, हाउ गुड इज योर लैंग्वेज, हाउ मच टाइम डू वी स्पेंड ऑन रीडिंग हैबिट्स, आर वी अ प्रो टू रीडिंग और वी आर वेरी पैसिव, कभी पढ़ लिया कभी नहीं पढ़ा। मोस्टली यहां पर जितना मेरा इंटरेक्शन होता है लोग पढ़ते ही नहीं है, they don't read much, रीड नहीं करेंगे तो सिंपल सी बात है, ऐसे एग्जाम्स में वाई क्वेश्चन करिए ना अपने आप से, क्यों करना है आपको एमबीए जब आप रीडिंग ही नहीं कर सकते। Do you know the life of an MBA in a top college? क्या लाइफ होती है उनकी टॉप कॉलेज में? एक एमबीए की लाइफ सुबह से शाम तक का रूटीन क्या होता है? यू हैव एन आइडिया? आधे लोग तो अब आइडिया अगर मैं बता दूंगा तो आप लोग प्लान कैंसिल कर दोगे कि नहीं ये तो हमसे होगा ही नहीं। There is no relaxation in the environment of an MBA. Training is very rigorous. You get 4 hours of sleep. Rest is the time to work, day and night. Night is basically to complete your assignments, presentations, projects, research work. Day is the time to attend the lectures. And those lectures are also evaluated. Interaction also matters. If you are unable to ask questions, possibly they take it as you do not learn, probably you have not understood. See, in India or abroad, let me tell you, this was a general idea I wanted to give you before coming to like the different idea about colleges in India or abroad. But let me tell you, if we are going for such choices in our career which are highly premium, highly elite, top class colleges we want to join, please bring that change inside you first. If that is missing, let me assure you, the comfort that you have, if you are very comfortable throughout your studies, then you are not doing anything actually. Come out of that comfort zone. Break that shell. Come out of that comfort zone. Then only you can plan anything better for you. You have got some good education till class 12 from some good schools, coming to a good graduation, doing a good course, right? But as far as the output that you have to earn from this kind of program is what is, I feel, is missing. The objective, the clarity with which you should move forward with the help of this program, that is missing. And that is missing because you have got yourself into that comfort zone कि बस इतना ही करना है दिन में, इतना ही काम है मुझे. This is what I want to complete and finish off my work. Rest of the time goes on mobile. I don't know where. But no information. We still say that we are living in the age of IT, information technology, but we are missing completely on the spam-free information. You type one thing, Google will give you 1,000 choices, but what is the right choice? You don't know how to get that, and no one knows how to get that unless you talk to some professionals, unless you talk to some people, those who have really done some good research on the same platforms. I want to hear from you, what image have you seen, what would you like to do? What would you like to do? This is your third semester. अपने लिए क्या plans हैं आपके? I want to know that, so that I can help you according to your thoughts. कुछ सोचा है किसी ने? Please बिल्कुल फ्री होके बात करिए. There is no need to have any kind of fear. बिल्कुल आराम से. Just like we are one family. We are sitting together. We are discussing something friendly. Let's have a talk. Someone who would like to talk about what are your plans, how you want to come up ahead, or what you have thought about yourself. This is anyway going to complete. 3 semesters हो गए, 3 semesters निकल जाएंगे. But what would be the right approach? क्या निकलने देना है? ये 3 semesters ऐसे ही निकलने देना, कुछ करना भी है. So how will we do if we do not ask the question? Asking question is the first thing you need to learn. That differentiates the quality of crowd, quality of audience that you are interacting with. How would I rate this session with you? Unless you ask a question. So I would be the first person to invite you to ask whatever is in your mind about your career. At least come up with that idea. And अगर आपके कल्चर में कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछ पा रहा है, so this is the problem of the entire group. It is not the problem of that individual. That is also, let me give you the feedback. If you make fun of each other, nothing is going to come in your hand. हंसी मजाक तो चलता ही रहेगा जिंदगी भर. People will also have fun with you later. So objective clarity ये बहुत important है आपकी स्टेज पर. Being into second year, this you should be heads on to your goal. You should be ready to actually work anything for achieving your goals. ये enthusiasm कहाँ है आपका? Yeah, I'm asking you guys. Yeah, please ask. What's your name?
My name is Disha Tuteja.
Disha. So very good, Disha. You have broken this ice and you want to ask a question. Please go ahead.
I want to be an exam manager. So, what are the different IT fields with which I can do that? Like HR and with IT. Like you have told that the T is very important, technology Absolutely. Is very important. So, what are the different fields associated with HR, with the exam?
I'll brief you about it. Yeah. So, Disha wants to go for HR. I am taking this question for all of you, those who want to go for HR. Let me tell you first of all, what are the fields in HR? In HR, you have one field as recruitment and training, right? This is one of the aspects, the roles that an HR manager works on. We have compensation. Compensation part is looked after by HR managers. We have career growth also. How the career of the employees can move from one level to next level. is also planned by HR managers. Grievances, problems, troubleshooting those problems, manpower planning, all these aspects are taken care by HR managers. So a lot of role which is based on communication. So if you are good with communication and you are a well-read person, mark my words, well-read person, someone who loves to read and write, both. Please try to add, coming to your question, where technology can help you in the field of HR, what you can do. There is a program called HR Analytics now. There is a lot of work which is going on. That's why I was looking for people, those who are with maths. So analytics is one aspect where you cover where you work on data. You collect all relevant data, read it to your employees, and based upon that data, you make decisions. That is in the benefit of those people, those who are your employees. So analytics gives you good insight about your employees and your competitors' planning as well. How other people are planning, how your competitors are having an edge in HR, how you can have an edge. So analytics, by way of learning few languages, like there is a programming language called R. R is a programming language that can be learned. It involves some statistical analysis. I'm trying to keep it very simple to make you understand. There is a programming language called SAS that can be added to your profile. And there are some special good programs, some basic to intermediary level programs available on Upgrad. Right? It is available on Upgrad, it is available on Excel, right? Coursera. We can find the course which is available at least cost and is of least duration to begin with. I try to accomplish this short program. Right? So if you catch up with technology and want to end up as an HR manager later, right? So let me also tell you that you have very few vacancies in HR. Other than top colleges, if we talk about, we have colleges like XLRI, number one college for HR. Number two college, Tata Institute of Social Sciences. They have MBA program in HR and Personal Management. Tata Institute of Social Sciences. Let me assure you, this program, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, you can attempt easily, rather than appearing for CAT, considering that you are from a non-maths background. Tata Institute of Social Sciences has a examination called TISNET. TISNET. So TISNET has very less proportion of mathematics and more proportion of social sciences. So your GK part has to be good. If you are good with your GK part, that's why I was saying, if you are reading and writing, you possibly can have an edge in this area. Third college that you should target, SCMHRD, Symbiosis Center for Management and Human Resource Development, SCMHRD. So I'm giving you top 3 choices. There are more choices that we can work on, right? Yeah, you have one more question. Yeah.
So if I have good communication skills and speaking skills rather than analytical skills, so what are the colleges for me?
Okay. So if suppose some of you, those who are having good communication skills rather than mathematical aspects, so let me assure you, you have some wonderful programs that you should try to do. आपके पास 1-1.5 साल और है, and let me tell you, if I suggest you some good programs and you can do those programs, it will really add into your profile. One program that I would like you all to do is a short diploma, size of let's say 6 months to 1 year program in advertising and public relations. Advertising and public relations. This program has some wonderful companies that you can look forward to where recruiters come and recruit from, such places. There is one company I have seen that is a regular visitor to the program attendees. That is Publicist Group. You have perfect relations as one of the companies that recruit for advertising and public relations. You have Value 360. These are some wonderful companies, those who come. Then you have Lintas, Hindustan Thompson Associates, Oliver and Madden. These are MNCs. These are some top grade public relation firms or advertising firms. So if you have great communication skills, right, you can actually target some specific colleges which are meant for advertising and public relations. And let me tell you, engineers do not interfere much into this area, right? So you will have a clear go, right, into such places if you try to target according to your strength. Some colleges, top colleges, Mudra Institute of Communication and Advertising, MICA. Then you have Symbiosis Institute of Masscom, Symbiosis Institute of Mass Communication. You also have Flame University in Pune, MBA in Communications. And if you want to take up a short course, let's say which I am recommending, that if you would like to do it for at least 1 year, that is Sri Aurobindo Center for Arts and Communications in Delhi, where you can take this 1 year short program and later enter into those top colleges, because you would have already decided by doing this program that you are skillful. एक क्वेश्चन मैं बड़ा पूछना चाह रहा हूं आपसे. नॉर्मली आपके रिक्रूटर्स जब आपके पास आएंगे, when you would like to, maybe some of you would like to go for jobs, आपसे क्या पूछा जाता है? क्या आपसे पूछेंगे what have you done? Most of them are interested in this question which I am going to ask you. और आप ये क्वेश्चन सब अपने आप से पूछिए, आपको काम क्या आता है? What work you know? इसका मतलब सीधा सीधा क्या है? Skill. Skill is most important in current environment. It is not your degree which is important. It is the skill that you have garnered either by way of that degree or by way of building your profile or internships or doing small jobs, and you have been able to garner that skill and ending up learning to accomplish a task. This Group can do many things, let me tell you. Many things that you are completely unaware about. Simply you are unaware, why? Because you are doing a particular course and you are limited your thought process, limited to the subjects that you are studying only. You have made this arrangement that, okay, I am not going to cross these boundaries beyond my syllabus. And that is what is stopping you from learning something where you can actually outshine if you identify the right things in you and skill yourself into those areas where you are the best. एक सिंपल बात है ये, आप सभी को ये बात बहुत अच्छे से समझ लेनी है कि बाय द टाइम यू पास आउट, एक टाइमलाइन आपको बता देता हूं मैं. यू आर सिटिंग इन थर्ड सेमेस्टर. By the time you complete your fifth semester, right, you would have applied almost to all the colleges which are available in this time. You have exact 1 year to apply everywhere, wherever you want to apply. And in case some of you go for a short skilling program, I would advise that instead of doing higher studies immediately, please go for some work experience. Why we can't take that work experience? Why are we worried about that aspect? One is either we are unprepared. When we are not prepared, we understand that we are not able to get the jobs. We might not be able to get the jobs, and that is why we'll have to look for other opportunities. But let me tell you, this initial struggle that should be there to find a job, you miss on that. हमें अपने आप को एक बार कोशिश तो करके देखना चाहिए कि हम कहां तक पहुंचे हैं. कोई हमको रिक्रूट कर भी पा रहा है या नहीं कर पा रहा है, कोई रीजन. हाउ विल आई कम टू नो व्हाट आर माय फॉल्ट्स, व्हाट आर माय फेलियर्स, अनलेस आई फेल. सो प्लीज हैव दैट करेज इनसाइड टू फेल योरसेल्फ. 2-4 बार फेल नहीं होंगे तो बात बनेगी नहीं. मेरे कहने से यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट the message that I am trying to give. But once you start doing on your own, you try to pick up a job, try to get an internship, try to sell your qualities in front of some people. See to what extent you can defend that. If you will be able to defend, you will be able to get the job, else you will get an experience. And experience, let me tell you, is of utmost quality. There is nothing bigger than experience if you can get from somewhere. So career journey begins when you are very young. Or it begins when you start understanding yourself. The day you understand yourself and decide that, okay, this is what I am and this is where I should be, you will move forward into the right direction. So we have to look forward to such informations and we have to look forward little deep inside us to identify who we are. And in case we are able to identify who we are, identifying a career will never be a problem. So let's try to sum this up and let me have some queries from all of you if you have some queries related to you. So Disha started with one query. Someone who would like to ask a query? Yeah, that's good.
So my name is Sohani Mittal. I want to enter into the corporate world as a marketing manager. So yeah, what are the tactics and strategies we should apply to enter in? What are the top colleges for marketing?
See, marketing is a generic term. There are a lot of super specializations into marketing nowadays. We have digital marketing as one space that is coming out beautifully, and a lot of people are getting employment into this sector because a lot of business has gone online. Apart from that, yes, you have chance to get into branding as one criteria. Branding as one specialization where you can try to enter into some top corporates. Almost all the top corporates have branding departments. Right? It is a huge task. A lot of investment is being done in branding. Whether it is self branding, or it is product branding, or it is companies branding, everything is going really smooth. And a lot of PR firms are assisting you in that area. Public relations firms, they help in building the brand, building the image. And being, let's say, as you said, you want to be a marketing manager, then you need to be having a combination of, let's say, again, you should be very well read, right, about what is happening in the business world. So, first thing that you should try to look up to is whatever is happening in the business world, I am going to catch that. You should be able to track some top managers in the field of branding, in the field of advertising, in the field of marketing, right? You have consumer research as one of the areas which is going very strongly. You have consumer analytics, right? So which is again a very strong field in the marketing area. You have traditional roles of supply chain distribution. So that is again which is covered in the marketing. And your distributors, you have retailers, you have huge chain of people, those who work in this segment and try to add to the revenue of the corporate. So the ones, those who are going to get the revenue for the corporates are the ones those who are going to represent or let's say lead the company. So today, no department, let me assure you, no department is working without the synchronization of marketing activity. Be it HR, be it finance, be it IT, they all have to represent marketing means the customer. They have to be customer focused organization. You have to take decisions which are pro consumers. So the famous saying, consumer is the king, is the perfect thing for a marketing manager. Someone who is looking up to this area, who can identify the needs of people and accordingly develop the products. Not only develop the products, but also develop the technology behind the acquisition of product and distribution of that product. So everything, be it service, goods, are marketable and they have a huge future. Huge future. The only thing is, we need to identify from where we are going to do it. So that is probably we can have a separate discussion whenever you would like to have an individual discussion. I would like to give you more insight about what are the colleges and what are the preferences that you should have for getting into marketing management. Alright? Any other question? Any other question this side? Okay, let me tell you about us. I am coming from an organization called Young Achievers. This is our 25th year of operations. We work in training students for CAT and other examinations for abroad, like GMAT, GRE. I am not covering GMAT, GRE over here. Why? Because probably I couldn't see that kind of flair to go abroad immediately. Probably we will discuss these things individually if you would like to come for a career counseling session. So what we do is we do an individual career counseling before taking any student for any kind of coaching or preparations. The first step we do is we do a career counseling. That is a paid career counseling where your parents and you come together and we come to a common conclusion that okay, this is what is needed out of you. Lot of people come to me, I want to prepare for CAT. When I ask their profile, I really feel bad that okay, fine, nobody has guided them that why we should go for CAT. They have no answer towards that. Simply because someone is training you for CAT, we should jump into that kind of preparation. It is not going to matter anywhere. We need to micro slice information for us. Why do I need an MBA? Why do I need a CAT preparation? And what kind of scores I will be able to achieve, most importantly. So, we need to have a clear idea about us, then go for coaching. So, first step is career counseling and then go for, let's say, preparations according to the mutual discussion that we had individually with you. There is no general terms. If you ask me that I would like to do CAT preparations, I would say straight away no. Because I would not have any idea about you. Why would you like to go for CAT preparations? Is that because every BBA student should go for CAT? No. It is not mandatory. I have students of BBA, those who are doing designing programs, let me tell you, after counseling. Why? Because they were very good into certain aspects, we could identify into the counseling and we could actually transform their path to where they are good at, rather than put into the general coaching. No. Right, so that is the work we do. We are having our office at Ganga Plaza. I would like to invite you all because I have been here on your invitation, so it goes from my side now. Those who would like to come, you may please take an appointment and do come for any kind of counseling activity or for your test preparations, whatever you need. We'll begin with counseling and then we'll gradually go for test preparations after analyzing your profile according to the course and college that should be chosen according to you. Okay? And some of you, those who would like to take down my number, either you can find it on lovejain.com or if you would like to note down, I can let you know here also. I'll put it here. Okay? Thank you so much. Okay? Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks for listening.